Fluent Fox Podcast.
Learn English by listening.
Have you spent years studying English but still feel lost in real conversations? You passed your exams, you know the grammar rules, but why does it still feel awkward when you speak? Why do real conversations feel so different from what you learned in school? Well, you're not alone. And the truth is, you just studied English, but you haven't learnt communicative English. And today, we're going to help you fix that. Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and you're listening to the Fluent Fox Podcast, the place where your English learning finally meets real life. Here, we help you grow in your personal life, while also helping you level up your English in a fun, natural, and powerful way.
Hi friends, I'm Eliza, and I'm super excited to be here with you. If you've ever felt nervous or lost while speaking English, even after years of studying, just know this: you are not alone. And don't worry, we've got your back. This is your safe space to learn, grow, and speak with confidence.
That's right. And to make things even better, we've created something just for you. Right below in the description, you'll find a link to a free PDF. It has the full written conversation of today's episode, so you can follow along, take notes, and review everything you hear. But that's not all. We've also added a beautifully designed mock test with grammar and comprehension questions to test what you've learned today. Now listen, if you're serious about improving your English, don't just listen, practice. Download the PDF, test yourself, and start making real progress.
And hey, make sure to stay with us till the end because we have a special segment called Vocabulary Boost. In that part, Nick will break down all the complicated words we've used in our conversation, so you not only hear them, but understand them deeply.
And along the way, you're also going to learn some natural phrases, real expressions, and emotional tones that can change the way you speak forever. Let's get started. Today's topic is very interesting. We're talking about something you might not even realize you're missing. You studied English, but you might have missed this. And trust me, this is a game changer.
I think this is something so many learners deal with. You learn all the grammar, you memorize vocabulary, but when it's time to speak in real life, things feel totally different, right?
Exactly. You just hit the nail on the head. Oh, by the way, when I say hit the nail on the head, I mean that you said something exactly right. It's a common phrase we use to say, you got it perfectly.
Yes, that's a really useful one. And so true. In real life, English is not just about rules. It's about the way people actually talk. And that's something textbooks don't always teach.
Yeah, I remember when I first moved to London for my studies, I thought I knew English pretty well. I had read so many books, passed all the exams, but when I went to a cafe and someone said, "Hey, what can I get you?" I just froze.
Oh yes, I've had that kind of moment too. It's like you know the words, but the way people say things, their expressions, their tone, it all feels new, and you just stand there like a deer in headlights.
Exactly. And just for our listeners, when Eliza said a deer in headlights, she meant that feeling when you're shocked or confused and don't know what to do. It's like a deer stopping in the middle of the road when a car's lights hit it, totally frozen.
Yes, and honestly, that's what happens when we don't learn real English. We focus so much on being correct, we forget to be natural.
So true. And I think one big thing learners miss is emotional tone. Like, how we say something matters as much as what we say.
Yes, the how is really important. For example, saying I'm fine can mean different things based on your voice. If I say I'm fine with a smile, it means I'm good. But if I say I'm fine with a sad voice, it probably means I'm not fine at all.
Exactly. And in conversations, we need to listen not just with our ears, but with our hearts too. You know what I mean.
I do. And that's why learners need to stop thinking only about rules and start thinking about connection. Language is about connection, not just perfection.
That's so well said, Eliza. In fact, That reminds me of the phrase, don't sweat the small stuff. It means don't worry too much about little mistakes. Focus on the bigger picture, understanding and being understood.
Yes, exactly. And guys, remember, don't sweat the small stuff is just a casual way to say, don't let little things bother you too much. It's used a lot in daily conversations.
And here's another thing. In real life English, people cut corners all the time.
Oh, yes! Cut corners! That's a fun one. It means to do something in the easiest, fastest way, even if it's not perfect. For example, in spoken English, people often skip some words or use shorter forms.
Right, like saying gonna instead of going to, or wanna instead of want to. These are things that might sound wrong in textbooks, but they're super common in real life.
Yes, and if you never get used to hearing them, you'll be lost when people speak fast or casually.
Totally. I once had a student who said, I understand English perfectly when I read it, but when I watch movies or talk to native speakers, I can't follow. And that's because he only learned formal English, not natural English.
That happens a lot. And honestly, I think learners should watch shows, listen to podcasts like this one, and just let English flow into their ears. That's how you build natural understanding.
Yes, and don't be afraid to repeat what you hear. I always say, copy before you create. That means listen to how people speak and try to copy their rhythm, their phrases, their tone. Then, slowly you'll build your own style.
That's a really good tip, Nick. And it reminds me of the phrase, fake it till you make it. It means, even if you're not confident yet, act like you are, and soon you will be.
Oh, yes. That one is powerful. Fake it till you make it is about being brave. Just speak English, even if you're not perfect. Confidence grows with practice.
Exactly. You don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to start.
You're right. And, there's another side to this, the flow of conversation. A lot of learners speak like they're answering test questions. But in real life, conversation is like a dance. Back and forth, easy and smooth.
Yes. And one way to improve that is to practice reacting naturally. Like saying, really? No way. Or, that's awesome. These small reactions make you sound more engaged.
That's so true. And just to help our listeners, when someone says no way in a surprised tone, it means they're shocked or can't believe something. It doesn't literally mean no. It's more like, wow.
Yes, that's a good one. These little expressions can make a big difference. They help you sound more like a real speaker, not like a robot.
Exactly. And I think we should tell our listeners, it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are proof that you're trying.
Absolutely. And sometimes a mistake leads to a fun story, or even a laugh. That's how you learn.
So true. I once said, I'm boring, instead of, I'm bored, and my friend laughed for 10 minutes. But after that, I never forgot the difference again.
Oh no, that's a funny mistake. But it's a perfect example. Mistakes are teachers in disguise.
Nice phrase there. Teachers in disguise. It means something that doesn't look helpful at first, but actually teaches you something valuable.
Like, your story about saying, I'm boring, instead of I'm bored, really made me laugh. It just shows how one small word can change the whole meaning.
Yes, and it's a great reminder that English is full of little traps. But that's okay. We all fall into them sometimes. The key is to laugh it off and keep going.
Right, and laugh it off means to laugh about a mistake instead of feeling bad. It's a healthy way to move on and not let it ruin your day.
Exactly. And that's part of real-life English. We don't just speak with words, we speak with feelings, with reactions, with flow. It's like language is alive,
I totally agree. In real conversations, we use our faces, our hands, our tone. Everything plays a part. That's why textbook dialogues feel a little flat.
Yes, textbook conversations are helpful for structure, but they often sound like robots talking. In real life, people interrupt, laugh, pause, and react naturally.
And that's what learners need to get used to. Speaking naturally is not only about the right grammar, it's about the rhythm and the dance of conversation.
Yes. And that reminds me of the phrase, to break the ice. It means to start a conversation and make everyone feel comfortable. Break the ice is what we do when we meet someone new and want to start talking. Even a simple, hi, how are you, can break the ice.
Yes, and sometimes people wait too long, trying to say the perfect sentence, and the moment passes. But real fluency is about being brave and just speaking.
Exactly. And you know what? I think many learners are afraid of speaking because they think people will laugh or judge them. But really, most people are just happy you're trying.
That's true. People appreciate it when someone tries to speak their language. Even if it's not perfect, it shows effort and respect.
Yes. And let me tell you, confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. Confidence comes after. You speak first, then you feel brave.
That's so true, Mick. And there's a great phrase for that. You learn to swim by jumping in the water. It means you learn by doing, not just by thinking about it.
Exactly. You can read 100 books about swimming, but until you get in the water, you won't really know how it feels.
Same with English. You can study grammar for years, but until you use it in real life, in a cafe, with a friend, at work, it won't feel natural.
Yes. And that's the heart of today's topic, learning English beyond the textbook. It's about getting your hands dirty, jumping in, and living the language.
Great phrase again, get your hands dirty. It means to really get involved in something, not just watch from the side.
Right. And I think podcasts like this one are helpful because they show what real conversation sounds like. You get to hear the pauses, the laughs, the reactions.
Yes, and we use real phrases, real feelings, not just example sentences from a book. That's the magic of natural English.
I asked a student, "How do you feel today?" And he replied, "I am in good health." I laughed a bit because that's not wrong, but no one really says that in normal conversation.
Oh yes, that's so common. It's correct, but it sounds a bit old-fashioned or too formal. Most people just say, I'm good, or I'm doing okay.
Yes, and that's the beauty of learning natural expressions. You begin to sound more relaxed, more friendly, more like a local.
Exactly. And remember, friends, native speakers don't always use perfect grammar either. What matters is being understood and being part of the conversation.
Right. It's like the phrase, "Don't let perfect be the enemy of good." It means if you wait to be perfect, you'll never do anything.
Yes, so true. Just speak. Even if it's a little messy, it's still progress. You're still moving forward.
You know, Aliza, I think we should also remind our listeners to soak up English wherever they can. Music, shows, social media. It all helps.
Great point. And soak up English means to absorb it naturally, like a sponge. Just surround yourself with English and your brain will start picking it up.
Exactly. Even reading comments on YouTube or captions on Instagram can teach you new things. It doesn't always have to be serious study.
Yes, mix it up. Learn through fun, through feeling, through life. That's what makes English stick.
And once you start understanding jokes or slang in movies, wow, that feels amazing, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. It's like a light bulb goes on. Suddenly you feel, wow, I'm really getting this.
And that feeling is what keeps you going. It's not about passing tests, it's about feeling part of the language.
That's what we want for our listeners. Not just knowledge, but connection. Not just rules, but real-life magic.
Aliza, don't you think many learners feel stuck because they think in their native language and try to translate everything?
Oh, yes. That's a big one. When you try to translate every word, the sentences sound strange or unnatural. You end up getting lost in translation.
And getting lost in translation means the meaning gets confused or changed when moving from one language to another.
Exactly. Instead of translating, it's better to think in simple English. Even basic words can express big ideas if you use them naturally.
Yes, and even using short sentences is okay. You don't need to sound smart, you need to sound clear.
That's a golden rule. Speak clearly, not perfectly. People understand you better that way.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes are not the end. They're the stepping stones to success.
Yes, and stepping stones to success means small things that help you reach your goal.
Every time you say something wrong, you learn. Every time you correct yourself, you grow.
That's how native speakers learn too. Even kids make a lot of mistakes while learning their own language.
Absolutely. Nobody wakes up fluent. You have to go through the process. It's like learning to ride a bike. You'll fall a few times.
And learning to ride a bike is a great example. You can't read a book about it and expect to know how. You have to get on and try.
Right. I remember when I first started learning Spanish. I messed up all the time. But those moments actually helped me the most.
Same here with French. I once told someone I was pregnant when I just wanted to say I was full after lunch.
No way. That's both funny and a little scary. But again, that's how we learn. By doing, failing, laughing, and improving.
Exactly, and we need to remind our listeners that everyone starts somewhere. It's okay to be a beginner.
Yes, the phrase, everyone starts somewhere, means nobody is born an expert. We all take baby steps.
And the important thing is to keep going. Even 5 minutes a day adds up. It's all about consistency over intensity.
That's a great one. Consistency over intensity means doing a little every day is better than doing a lot once and then stopping.
Yes. A 10-minute conversation every day is more useful than 2 hours of grammar rules once a week.
All right, Aliza. Would you mind giving me just a few minutes? It's time for one of the most powerful parts of the show, our vocabulary boost segment.
Of course, Nick. Take it away.
All right, dear listeners, I want your full attention for this part. If you've ever heard a word and thought, wait, what does that mean? Or, I always forget that one, then this segment is exactly what you need. Here's the deal. Learning English isn't just about talking. It's also about understanding precisely what's being said. And vocabulary is your secret weapon. The more words you know, the more confident you sound, and the easier it becomes to express yourself naturally. So don't skip this part. It's where the magic really happens. Let's start. First, we have spontaneous, meaning done without planning or thinking too much. Examples: her laughter was spontaneous. We had a spontaneous trip to the beach. Then, we have crucial, meaning extremely important. Examples: it's crucial to speak English daily. Sleep is crucial for good health. Next, blend, meaning mix two or more things together. Examples: blend listening and speaking practice. The smoothie is a blend of fruits. Concept, meaning an idea or a basic understanding of something. Examples: the concept of shadowing is useful. I didn't understand the concept at first. Context, meaning the situation or background in which a word is used. Examples: understand the word in context. Context helps you guess the meaning. Enhance, meaning improve or make better. Examples: music can enhance your mood. Practice enhances fluency. Fluency, meaning the ability to speak a language easily and smoothly. Examples: he speaks with fluency. Fluency takes time and practice. Transition, meaning a change from one thing to another. Examples: the transition from beginner to fluent is slow. What's make a smooth transition? Reluctant, meaning not willing to do something. Examples: she was reluctant to speak in class. I'm reluctant to join a group discussion. Nuance, meaning a small difference in meaning or sound. Examples: English pronunciation has many nuances. A good speaker understands every nuance. That's a wrap on our Vocabulary Boost segment. Don't forget to download the free PDF from the description box. It has more vocabulary, perfectly broken down. And we're back. Eliza, it's been amazing chatting with you today. I hope our viewers got lots of helpful tips to take their English from textbook to real life.
Absolutely, Nick. Remember, learning a language is a journey, sometimes challenging, but always rewarding. Keep practicing, be patient with yourself, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we grow.
So true. And to all our Fluent Fox listeners, here's a little secret. The key to fluency isn't just studying hard. It's about using what you learn every day, speaking boldly, and never giving up. You have the power to shine in your English journey.
Yes! Every step you take brings you closer to speaking confidently. Keep your passion alive, and soon you'll surprise yourself with how far you've come.
And hey, if you found this episode helpful, don't stop here. We've got lots more coming your way with exciting tips, stories, and tricks to make English easier and more fun. So hit that subscribe button and stay tuned because your next breakthrough is just one episode away.
Thanks for joining us today. Keep shining, and remember, you're never alone on this journey.
Exactly. From silence to spotlight, that's our motto, and it's yours too. See you next time on Fluent Fox.